Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to JWE Friday Night Eclipse. We're here in Kansas City, Missouri. We're back in action after our brief stint away. And tonight we have a rare tag team main event in store as Big Bang Theory square off against D.I.C.E, with the Prior looking to reestablish a foothold in the division, while the latter is looking to maintain their momentum going strong. Meanwhile, Ascension is trying to get themselves back in form with the win over the women's tag team champions. Maki Harukawa faced off against Poppi QT as the Ultimate Assassin tries to snuff out any potential lingering momentum for the artificial blade, and Lanz starts off the night against Mr. Money in the Bank, Agent 47. So get ready as we prepare for a potential heat wave for Summer SmackDown, because this is Eclipse. And here we go, starting off our night.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Union from Stillwater, weighing in at 173 pounds, Lanz!
Introducing first, representing Ouroboros, is Lanz. And if you haven't seen Monday or Wednesday's episodes, you may have noticed that we have an updated watermark on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. Just decided to try things out. Figured that the old one, that's the shield, the channel's logo, was a little bit too intrusive. I don't hate it. The one on screen now. Anyway, Lanz, never quite sure what to expect from him, to be honest.
And his opponent from Bucharest, Romania, weighing in at 187 pounds, the Assassin, AK-47.
And his opponent, it is the Ultimate Assassin, and your Mr. Money in the Bank, Agent 47. Here we go, both men ready? And refereeing the bell, and the meet in the middle, sizing each other up as they lock each other in a collar and elbow. Lanz forcing 47 back into the corner, referee having to break them up. Nothing untoward between them. And now again locking up, this time 47 walking Lanz back. Morrison with a bit of a cheap shot, sending Lanz back into the corner, lining up a running uppercut in the corner, throwing him away. Walking up yet again. This time Lanz wrist clutch. Trying to keep 47 in place, rolling the arm, sending him down, working on the shoulder, arm twisting at an unnatural angle. And 47 finding the escape, rolling through, and now clutching Lanz's wrist. And 47 with a headlock, trying to hold on tight as Lanz tries to escape. And Lanz escaping into a rear waist lock. Trying to swing momentum in his favor, but 47 escaping to the back. And a slam from behind, sending Lanz down. 47 seriously trying to get Lanz back up to his feet. Locking up. Irish whip, knee to the knee. And the cover, 1. Lanz kicking out. Now 47 scrambling up top. Diving elbow connects. And sending Lanz into a kneeling position. Big boot to the forehead. I think Lanz might be bleeding a little bit. 47 taking full advantage. Throwing Lanz down, leg on the rope. Getting very, very lucky. I mean, the referee, his hands were completely tied. Knee to the wrist, or to the elbow. And now 47, again looking for a submission, this time no rope break, pulling back on the wrist. A little bit too much resistance for his liking. And a kick right to the chest. The ground and pound now. Into the cover. There's 1, 2. Lanz kicking out. Diving elbow again. And Lanz, I was about to say, hasn't done much this match, but now, small package, 47 immediately the reversal. As soon as Lanz had a smidge of offense, 47 immediately snuffing that out. And forcing Lanz to tap out to begin the night. Barely putting up any resilience. Resilience? Yeah? Barely putting up any defense. Resilience is a word to use there, right? I think so. I don't think, I wouldn't see why not, but yeah, Lanz putting up barely any defense.
Here is your winner, the Assassin, AK-47.
And 47 barely breaking a sweat to start the night. I'm just happy it ended in a submission. We need more submissions. And for our first tag team matchup of the evening, introducing first, they are your women's tag team champions.
On the way to the ring, the women's hybrid tag team champions, the idol Ivy Muta, and the superstar the crew.
It is Ibuki Miyota and Hatsune Miku, the Cyber Idols. And their opponents.
And their opponents, Nia and Rhea Amelia, the Ascension.
They are the Queens of Eclipse. Melia Antiqua and Nia Ascension. And despite the division not exactly maintaining its peak performance, I would still always look forward to these matches. And here we go, Ibuki, Melia, first in the ring, refereeing is about to meet in the middle, and Melia immediately turning Ibuki around a rear waist lock and sending her down. And to a clothesline. And stand knees to the stomach. And Melia knee to the chest. Forcing Ibuki back up to her feet. Right hand, but Hatsune Miku playing a little bit of defense. Melia undeterred, continuing the offense. Now throwing Ibuki down. Headlock. And Ibuki not tired enough, rolling out easily. And Hatsune Miku again. A little bit of interference. And Melia again back on the offense as if nothing happened. Bird Girl is locked in. That's my nickname for her. Anyway, Melia heading up top. Looking to fly despite her wings being vestigial, and elbow right to the sternum. Looking for a senton, but Ibuki's rolling out of the way. Kick to the stomach. Forcing Melia up. Powerbomb sending her down. And a double leg drop kick to the chest, or to the back. Ibuki tagging Miku back in, or not back in for the first time this match. Technically speaking, or officially speaking, I should say. And now Hatsune Miku heading up top, staring down the Hyantia. Missile dropkick lands perfectly. Tagging Ibuki back in. Melia starting strong and now just not. Rolling neck snap. Cover. Not even going to be one. Ibuki undeterred. On the offense, jaw right to the knee. And tossing Melia to the side, using her wings, but Melia kneeing herself out. Kick to the chest. And a DDT. And now Melia going for a pin. There's two Ibuki kicks out. I went to say cover and pin at the same time and said kin. I don't think Melia has any children. I know Nia does. I don't think Melia does. Armbar locked in. Unless there's like some lore from 3 or Futures Connected that I'm unaware of. Ibuki missing the first Enziguri, connecting on the second. Hatsune Miku tagged back in. Trapping the arm, stomping the hand. You know the line by now. Say the line, Bart. There's 1, 2. Melia kicks out. Miku, Irish whip. Suplex. Finally tagging out Nia in. And now Nia knife edge chop. Tilt whirl arm drag. And crucially, giving Melia a chance to recover. Miku rolling out to the outside, heading back in. Nia tossing her to the side. Next snap. Nia back into the ring. Hatsune Miku, probably not the best time for that girl. Nia surprisingly tame there. Patient is the word I was looking for. And a running Oscar? No, that's not Oscar. Facebuster, I know that. Don't know if it's called anything other than that. Top rope doubling drop kick from Nia. Trying to roll momentum back into their favor. Ready or Gormati? Head scissor takedown. And getting Melia back into the ring. Hatsune Miku crawling to the corner. Ibuki, arm extended, getting the tag out. Or getting the tag in. Getting tagged. And slipping out to the back. Reverse DDT. And now Ibuki up top. Turning around. Moonsault, but nobody's home. And Ibuki stuffing elbow and a senton. Stomp. And now, of course, Hatsune Miku's along the outside. Ibuki stomping down on Melia, busting her open. And Melia crawling to the outside. Ibuki lining up. Looking to knock her off, and does with a hot shot stunner. And Ibuki elbowing Nia off the apron. Miku finally making her way back to the back to ringside or to the apron. And now Ibuki walking the tightrope that is the barricade. And a neck snap. Not the first time we've seen somebody do that, but it's always entertaining, shall we say. Mook's back into the ring. Snapping the leg, working on Melia's base. Toss to the corner. Looking to tag in it, Miku, but Melia elbowing out. Cradle backstretch. And making her way to the corner, tagging Nia back in. And Nia immediately rolling up Ibuki. Surprise pin attempt, only going to be 1. 2. Never mind. A 2. Nia Enzigiri. I mean, it doesn't matter at 1 or 2, it's not a 3, but I'd like to be at least somewhat accurate. As much as I can. Nia scoop slam, heading up top at Ibuki, escaping just before she could get hit with a splash. potentially saving the match. Nia to the outside. Springboard drop kick. Irish whip to the corner, tagging in Melia. Chain attack, and now Melia working on the arm. Looking for 2 submissions tonight. Ibuki breaking it up, and now clothesline to the back of the head. Melia still first to her feet, so that interference not really costing them too much. Toss to the corner, another chain attack. Into the corner. I don't think I've ever seen that before. And now Nia, golden opportunity here. Heading to the outside. Is she seriously looking to slingshot herself halfway across the ring? Yes, she does, and she connects into the cover. Halfway across the ring, and then fully across the ring, and that's going to be 3. Nia, the Gormati, turning herself into a missile. And that's what gets to 3. And this is why I love the Eclipse Women's Tag Team Division. Not because I love all 3 teams, not because I want to see all of them do well. That is true, but that's beside the point. You never know what to expect. Now, I was expecting Nia to end that match, absolutely, but not like that. I was expecting like a Gormati special, or I don't know, just something, but certainly not that. I don't think Nia was anticipating that to land either, given how she landed.
Here are your winners, Nia and
And I don't give this division the moniker of one of the most competitive divisions in all of this promotion for no reason. You witnessed firsthand just how competitive this division is. And next up, introducing first, she is our women's cruiserweight champion.
Making her way to the ring from the internet, the women's hybrid cruiserweight champion, Sophie.
Though I have to say, the fall off has been significant. It is humanity's companion herself, Sophie. And her opponent? It is a change bringer herself. Delta. And for those of you who are new here and have absolutely no idea who she is, I don't blame you. She's an original character. One of a few original characters left in the promotion, and, well, next year, if I do it next year, but I am absolutely planning on it. Next year, we will be bringing back a few more original characters, just because, again, the roster is going to be expanded, because the game is allowing for 200 custom characters instead of just 100, which is a blessing. But yeah, based on the character 5 from the Zero Escape series, very, very, very mildly, though. And here we go, ref rings the bell to meet in the middle, locking up collar and elbow. And Sophie walking Delta back into the corner, referee having to separate them unsuccessfully. Locking up again. And now Sophie headlock. Trying to hold on tight. Cranking the neck. Delta trying to escape and does by throwing Sophie off of her. Diving underneath. Jumping over. And a spinning back heel kick into the cover. 1. It's going to be it. And now already looking for a exchanging of blows here. Usually you would expect to see this a little bit later in the match, but I guess not. And Delta winning that handily, easily. So to the outside, back in, trying to confuse Delta, but Delta landing clean with that axe handle drop. Over the shoulders. And rolling Sophie through. Now Delta just working on the knee. Diving axe handle drop. Excuse my voice crack. And now Delta just taking Sophie down out of nowhere, looking for a wrist clutch. Sophie with an elbow escaping. But, I mean, that's how quickly matches like these can end. Sophie getting, not lucky necessarily, but getting herself out. Clothesline, sweep to the leg, standing shooting star press into the cover. 1, 2, Delta kicks out. Looking for the kick, but Delta catching that. And now going for the cover. 1, 2, Sophie kicks out. Forcing humanity's companion, or forcing the companion of humanity back up to her feet, sending her down with a series of stomps, now heading up top. Not quite ready to board Delta Airlines, but a moonsault connecting nonetheless. Cover 1, 2, and Sophie will not kick out. And Sophie continuing to struggle here. I don't have a list or whatever right in front of me, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was 4 losses in a row for her. Yeah, has she won since May? ever since she became double champion, I don't think she's won a match.
Here is your winner,
And Delta. Not usually one that people think of, but she is still managing to crawl her way through this division, and maybe a title shot is barely on the horizon, maybe? That's all she wants. I'm not sure if we can give it to her quite yet. And next up,
is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Oita, Japan, the Assassin, Maki Harukawa.
introducing first, she is the ultimate assassin, Maki Harukawa. And her opponent, represent the Side Bridals,
From Neo, Osaka, QT.
she is the artificial blade, Poppi. Although I say that, I got to the point in 3 where I was introduced to Ino, so the original artificial blade, Poppi. Oh my god, I just got a theory for Xenoblade 3. I'm not going to share it, but like, it literally just clicked why they can, like, thinking about Ino just made me think of something. Probably not going to be correct, but I don't know. That would be interesting. Anyway, refereeing is about the meet in the middle, and Maki immediately stepping underneath the knife edge chop. And now working the wrist. No, I am gonna say it. What if Kevis are so Agnes? I'm pretty sure the Agnian soldiers are mostly blades. So what if the Kevis soldiers are drivers? That would be interesting. Anyway, Poppi with a clothesline. Please, no spoilers at all in the comments. Again, I'm only in chapter 6, like the very beginning of chapter 6. I just watched N lose his absolute shit. Anyway, Poppi stomping down on the thigh of Maki, turning her around. And face first into the canvas. Walking the tightrope. Drop kick. And a stomp to the back of the head. Because that would kind of make sense why it's only those, like, it's only them who confuse with each other into Ouroboros. Yeah, they're Ouroboros form. Like, how was that called? I'm forgetting, but yes, that would obviously not be in line with Xenoblade 2, but like, I don't know. Why is it only like one member of Agnes and one member of Kevez? Like, and why is it only like Mia with Noah, Taion with Uni, Lanz with Senna? Other than they share the same roles, like, why is it only them? I don't know. That's, was it explained? I just missed it. I don't know. Maybe. Maki's stomping down on the chest after escaping Poppy's submission. And tossing Poppy to the side. Looking for the clothesline, but Poppy catching that into a shooting star, or a shooting star slam? Spanish fly, whatever that's called, and now Poppy heading up top. Diving elbow drop. And lining up a potential finisher, no. Just sending Maki for an Irish whip, diving underneath. Arm drag, cartwheel, knee. Into the cover. There's one. Maki kicks out. Senton. And now Poppy going for another pin attempt. 1, 2. Maki again kicks out. And Poppy heading up top. Turning around. Double moonsault into the cover. 1, 2, and Maki still kicking out. I guess third time's not the charm. Looking for the stomp. Maki rolling out of the way. Unable to avoid that grapple. Forcing Maki up. But Maki fighting herself down. And looking to come back with some major clotheslines. And a slam, just using Poppy's momentum against her. Now heading to the corner. We're looking to put this one away with a Superman punch. And the ground and pound for good measure, making sure that Poppy doesn't move a muscle after that. And now heading back to the corner. Lining up a spear. To complete the comeback, there's 1, 2, 3. We nearly had an upset on our hands, but unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on who you ask, we did not. But Poppy putting up one hell of an effort. Unfortunately, not meant to be. And I am kind of wondering if the Superman punch into the ground and pound into the spear was necessary, but Maki not taking any chances. And that is what allowed her to get her hand raised at the end of the match. And for our penultimate matchup of the evening, introducing first, he is your men's cruiserweight champion, the Phantom Fox, representing the Phantom Thieves of Heart. It's Yusuke Kitagawa.
Weighing in at 144 pounds, the men's hybrid cruiserweight champion, the Phantom Fox.
And his opponent getting his first win at the King of the Ring tournament, representing Ouroboros, and looking to, well, I should say, representing Ouroboros, getting his first win of his career at the King of the Ring tournament to make it to round 2, and looking to do it again here, it is Taion. Very distant shot of Yusuke there. And now both men ready. Referee's bell, the meet in the middle, and Taion immediately beginning with an elbow, sending Yusuke down, but Yusuke kicking out, sending Taion down with a kick, and now another, again, Taion escapes with a kick. Look for a knee, but Yusuke gets out of the way. Now, would you believe it, a few more kicks. Into a suplex. Into a quick pin. Not even going to be one as Yusuke kicks out, and welcome to, as Taion kicks out, welcome to this match. Absolutely no preamble, directly into the action. No sizing each other up, no collar and elbow, just good old immediately beat each other up. Taion turning Yusuke around and immediately looking for a crossface arm triangle. Not crossface, but arm trap headlock. Yusuke kicking out of the way. Sending Taion for an Irish whip, and now an arm drag. Kick to the shoulders. Sneaking around to the back, suplex catching the ropes. Taion back up to his feet, locking up collar and elbow. Avoided it for as long as they could, but not forever. And now Taion sending Yusuke for an Irish whip. Looking for a grapple of some sort, but Yusuke elbowing out and a single leg drop kick again, sending Taion down, and again, Yusuke just doing Yusuke things. Cover, there's two, Taion kicks out. Senton to the chest. And now Yusuke heading up top. Getting Taion back up to his feet. And jumping down? Not entirely sure what Yusuke's plan was there. Maybe a bluff. And now elbows to the knee. Yusuke again heading up top. Will he actually commit this time? Yes, he will. Diving spear from the top. And Taion kicking himself out yet again. And now just holding on for dear life. Trying to get the submission, but Yusuke finding the escape. Up. Over. Was that? No, that wasn't a GTS, right? Was it? Oh no, but Yusuke looking for the Phantom, or for the Kinshasa? I think that's what it's called, actually. But Taion with the reversal, and now having an opportunity to get his signature in. Chicken wing neck breaker. Or full Nelson suplex, I think that is. There's one, there's two. Nearly. Guys, I'm trying to learn the names. It's impossible for me, okay? I'm legit trying, though. Taion stomp to the chest. Okay, seriously, any of you who are like, oh, this is easy, I implore you, pick up a sport that you've never even witnessed before in your life, and then start making a YouTube series about it, where you're trying to commentate in real time while learning the sport in real time. It ain't easy. Yusuke sending Taion for an Irish whip, knee to the chest, stomping the wrist, turning him around, stomp to the lower arm, and a kick right to the spine. Yusuke heading up top. Crossbody. Taking Taion into a seated position. Kick to the shoulder. And an elbow drop. Snap elbow. Taion to the outside. Fox sliding to the outside. Rolling DDT. And into the steel steps. Double foot to the mask. Referee giving them a long 3 count there. Giving them plenty of time to get back into the ring. I mean, plenty of time. I would suspect that the referee would be at 7 right now, not 5. Or I would expect, rather, the referee to be at 7 instead of... He was actually at 6. And Taion with an elbow. Can he actually put this one away? Another full Nelson suplex into the cover. 1, 2, and no, not quite. Fox still managing to kick out, managing to get back up to his feet. But Taion, guillotine headlock. Holding on, looking for a second submission of the night. And Fox wriggling himself out, breaking the hold. Taion in a strong position, though. Fox kicking him off. And another Kinshasa. Actually connecting this time. 1, 2, 3. That's gotta hurt if you're Taion. That has gotta hurt. Literally getting the champion inches away from a 3 count multiple times, nearly getting him to submit, and losing. Hey, hats off to Taion. That was one hell of an effort. He has to be proud of that. Even if it didn't end up necessarily the way that he wanted, he has to be proud of the effort he put in. Unfortunately, unable to reverse a second Kinshasa. I think that's what it's called. And that was it.
Here is your winner, the Phantom Fox.
And not necessarily the best match from Fox, but a win is still a win. A comeback from behind victory. That's got to be celebrated somehow. And for our main event of the evening. Introducing first.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 292 pounds, Sharon Shibata and Kaiba Motoda Air Boo.
It is a luminary of the stars, Kaito Momota, and his sidekick, the ultimate detective Shuichi Saihara, the Big Bang Theory. I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite, entrance songs in the entire promotion. I just vibe to it, man. Honestly, probably one of the most iconic entrances in JWE history, in my humble opinion. And their opponents. It is Kokichi Oma and Rantaro Amami. D.I.C.E.
And Randy Amaya, the Anarchist.
Here we go, Kaito Kokichi. First in the ring in this main event. And here we go, refereeing his bell, and Kokichi immediately running towards Kaito, hitting him with a clothesline. And a drop kick, kind of connecting, kind of, sort of, not really. Now Irish whip from Kaito. Back body drop. And these two teams absolutely despising each other. Kokichi with a roll-up. There's one. Kaito with a reversal into a roll-up of his own. One. Kokichi. Nope. Both men again look for the drop kicks, and if this honestly is just like a singles match with Shuichi and Rentaro ringside, I wouldn't mind that. But alas, not meant to be. Kokichi taken out, Rentaro in. And a leg breaker. And Rentaro mounting the back of Kaito, just slamming his elbow into the back of the head. Face first into the canvas. Kaito, I'm surprised, he's back up to his feet as quickly as he is, but not back on the offense. There's a snap a snap suplex from Rentaro. Now a bit of a double team from D.I.C.E, who have been, for the past couple of weeks, on a serious heater. Just shooting up the ranks. Dominant victory after dominant victory as Kaito hits an atomic drop. Yeah, dominant victory after dominant victory. Very few losses in their past couple of matches. And they have shown that they do indeed have what it takes to be formidable. As Kaito eventually finally tags out Shuichi in. Running bulldog from Rentaro. And Shuichi back on the offense as an uppercut. Irish whip right into the referee. And now over the top rope. And a hot shot. And now Shuichi going after Kokichi. Drop kick off the apron. And Shuichi tags out. Kaito back in. And on the topic of most iconic entrances, I would say The Big Bang Theory is absolutely up there. Majima. Goro Majima's. As Rentaro crawls back to the corner, tagging out. And now it's a double tag out. Shuichi and Kokichi both in. As Shuichi hits a Hurricane Rana. Let's see who else. Kasumi? Yeah. Back by drop and into the pin for Kokichi, using the ropes as a leverage. And Shuichi kicking him off as if he weighs nothing, because he does. He's like only 100 pounds or something. Up. Over, and Kokichi walking Shuichi into the middle of the ring. Powerbomb. Forcing him back up to his feet. And Shuichi kicking out. Knife edge chop. And a figure 4 leg lock. If we want to go all the way back to Season 1, I would say Chubbs McGee. Waluigi, obviously. He's probably up there as well. I don't know. For me, Fiora. Elbow drop from Rentaro. Axe handle drop to the spine. I don't know. Let me know down below. Like who do you think? Like, out of all 3 shows, who do you think, or what would your list be? A bit like, not necessarily in a particular order, but just in general, like, what do you think, like, the most iconic entrances in this promotion are? Singles, tag teams, doesn't matter. Looking for the crossbody, but nobody's home. Kokichi forcing Kaito back up to his feet. Uppercut sends him down, forcing Kaito back up yet again, and walking him to the northeast. And I'm really starting to feel my voice go. A little behind the scenes, it is currently July 5th, which means that yesterday was the 4th of July, since I am a dirty, blue-blooded American. There's 2, and Rantaro breaks it up, and I do say blue-blooded because I do lean politically liberal. I'm not sure if that's obvious or not, but yeah. I don't like to be political on this channel, but yeah, that's why I said blue-blooded, although I think that means something else as Kaito, during my ramblings, Kaito getting the 3 count. I can finally stop being an idiot, but yeah. I don't know, I think blue-blooded means like a cop or something, I don't know. Dirty-blooded American, and I mean, okay, I'm not like that dirty of American. I do know what a kilometer is. I do know what what Celsius are, and I kind of know how to convert between the 2 of them mentally. But a snap DDT from Kaito, putting this match away as if it was nothing. Yeah, let's just say there was a lot more talking than usual for me last night.
Here are your winners, Sharon Shibata and Kaiba Motoda.
And as we watch the celebrations, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight, and hope to see you next week. Of course, Monday night for Jaramata, Wednesday night for Wayne Chris, and Friday night for Eclipse. 6 o'clock Central Time. 6 o'clock in the evening, of course, Central Standard Time. And yeah, as we set up our Summer SmackDown, which will be King Kanji Tatsumi versus Shinjiro Aragaki, and Queen Tenko Chabashira versus Aegis at the 2 main events. But until then, we are signing out from Kansas City, Missouri. See ya.